If you're a leader, let's be honest, you know that workplace conflict is more than just uncomfortable. It's a productivity killer. But what if I told you there's a blueprint for building a culture where disagreement actually makes you stronger instead of tearing you apart? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into today. The 4 pillars of a low-conflict, high-performance workplace. First things first, let's talk numbers, because this isn't some soft people problem. This is a massive financial drain. We're talking $359 billion. Think of it like a hidden tax that gets slapped on every single project. It's paid in lost productivity, people calling in sick, and your absolute best talent walking right out the door. This is a huge operational risk, and it hits your bottom line hard. Now, here's something you've got to understand. Conflict isn't just one big event. It's a process, and a predictable one at that. It almost always starts with a simple disagreement. But if you ignore it, well, it starts to escalate, it gets personal, the problem balloons, and pretty soon people just stop talking to each other. Before you know it, colleagues are seeing each other as the enemy. The whole game is about stepping in early, way before it spirals out of control. So, how in the world do we get ahead of this? That's what this explainer is all about. We've already touched on the high cost. Next, we're going to dive deep into the solution, the 4 cultural pillars. We're talking psychological safety, communication standards, accountability systems, and finally, leadership modeling. This framework, these 4 pillars, this isn't about writing more policies to stick in a dusty binder somewhere. Nope. This is about being intentional. It's about consciously designing your workplace culture from the ground up. So here they are again: psychological safety, communication standards, accountability systems, and leadership modeling. You need all 4. They work together to create a culture that doesn't just survive, but actually thrives. Let's start with the absolute foundation. Okay, pillar 1, psychological safety. You can think of this as the bedrock of your entire culture. Seriously, without this, none of the other pillars can even stand up. So what is it really? In plain English, psychological safety is that gut feeling, that shared belief in a team that you can speak up. It means you can pitch a crazy idea, you can ask a dumb question, you can admit you messed up, and you know you won't be punished or humiliated for it. And you can feel the difference, can't you? On one side, you have this culture of fear. Everyone's walking on eggshells, and silence is the only safe bet. But on the other side, it's a totally different world. Dissenting opinions are actually welcomed, people feel safe enough to be real with each other, and conflict? Well, conflict is seen as a chance to learn and get better. And listen, this isn't just about feeling good. The business case for this is undeniable. Organizations that get this right see real, tangible results. Misconduct goes way down because people actually report things early. Innovation skyrockets because people aren't afraid to share their best ideas. And no surprise, turnover drops and engagement goes through the roof. Okay, let's move on to our second pillar, communication standards. If psychological safety is the what, that feeling of being safe, then clear communication standards are the how. They are the shared rules of engagement for how we all interact with each other. Let's look at 2 quick stories. In one corner, you've got Jack and Linda. Their work styles are totally different, and with no ground rules, it just creates friction, personal attacks, and the project grinds to a halt. But in the other corner, you have a leader like Mr. Thompson. He actually facilitates the conversation. He makes sure everyone is heard, and he guides the team to a solution that's better than what anyone had on their own. That right there, that's the power of having a system. Which brings us perfectly to pillar number 3, accountability systems. This is all about the structure. It's what ensures fairness and builds trust. Without it, even the best communication efforts can just fall apart. And again, the contrast here is just night and day. A high-conflict culture feels like the Wild West. The rules are applied inconsistently, nobody knows how to raise a concern, and deep down, everyone fears the whole system is rigged. But a low-conflict culture, it's built on clarity and fairness. There are transparent procedures, multiple safe ways to report issues, and a real commitment to applying the rules fairly to everyone, from the newest hire all the way to the CEO. And that leads us to the final and, maybe the most critical pillar of all, leadership modeling. Because at the end of the day, no policy or system on earth is going to work if the leaders don't actually live and breathe the culture they claim they want. So, for every leader watching right now, let's do a quick gut check. First question, and be honest with yourself. Do my actions show that I value the dignity of my people? Or am I really just checking a box to reduce legal risk? Your answer to that says everything. Second question, how do you really see employee concerns? When someone comes to you with an issue, is your first instinct to treat it as a threat that needs to be controlled? Or do you see it for what it is, a gift, a sign of engagement and a priceless opportunity to make things better? That mindset shift is absolutely crucial. And finally, what do your people actually see from you day to day? Do they see you shut down a debate when it gets uncomfortable? Or do they see you lean in, welcome different perspectives, and truly listen to understand, even when you don't agree? Your behavior, good or bad, sets the standard for everyone else. This quote from the Workplace Peace Institute it hits the nail on the head. Legal risk is a lagging indicator. By the time you're dealing with a lawsuit, you have already failed. The real work, the leading indicator, is creating a culture where people feel safe enough to speak up, and just as importantly, to be believed, long before things get anywhere near that point. So, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Your culture isn't defined by the inspirational posters you hang on the wall. It is defined every single day by the worst behavior you as a leader are willing to tolerate. Because what you permit, you promote. Simple as that.